Take a look at some of these videos that just came out from openai and tell me if you can spot which ones are AI generated. So that was kind of a trick question. All of those were actually AI generated, and this is the new tool called Sora that's just dropped from openai. So they've posted these videos on YouTube as well as on Sam Altman's Twitter. So as you can see, we've come a long way from the Will Smith eating spaghetti. Is this AI gonna physically replace you? No. But it definitely stands to have a huge impact on the industry. It could replace somebody like me though. Photographers, videographers, video editors, filmmakers. This is going to be an absolute game changer for technology. One of the things that it is going to ensure is that if you are not using AI in your workflow, you may become obsolete. You might be replaceable. I know that I'm already using AI in my workflow. I use chatgpt 4. I use DALL-E for generating images. This technology called Sora I know is very exciting, and there's just unlimited uses that you could have for something like this. You could use it for stock footage. All right guys, so check out this video right here with about these puppies. The prompt says, a litter of golden retriever puppies playing in the snow, their heads pop out of the snow. And look at the textures here of the snow. I mean, in a few places it looks a little bit odd. And this is absolutely incredible, the level of realism and detail. Check out this next one, Borneo wildlife on the Kinabatangan River. And this one does look a little bit video gamey, but it's still very realistic and highly detailed. This one's kind of a lengthy prompt here about drone footage showing waves crashing against a cliff. But I mean, look at the amazing detail on this. I mean, this could be used as stock footage right now and somebody wouldn't be able to tell that it's not real. This one here, I think, is probably the most realistic and detailed AI generated video that I've seen yet. The prompt says, a movie trailer featuring the adventures of the 30-year-old spaceman wearing a red wool knitted motorcycle helmet, blue sky, salt desert, cinematic style, shot on 35mm film, vivid colors. I mean, the level of detail on this one. I mean, look at this scene right here with his face, and that looks 100% real. And this one would be extremely hard to spot as being AI generated. I mean, it's shot really well. The way the camera moves and it switches scenes. This is another long text prompt here. Camera follows behind a white vintage SUV with a black roof rack as it speeds up a steep dirt road surrounded by pine trees on a steep mountain slope. It goes on there. And this one is extremely realistic. It does look a little bit video gamey with the way that the drone camera is following it perfectly. But I mean, this footage is completely usable as is for stock footage. Okay, this woolly mammoth footage here kind of looks like a video game cinematic, but still really great high quality footage that you could use. This scene right here uses a bunch of vintage televisions stacked on top of each other, all playing different video. This would be very difficult to do by itself, but if you can just have AI generate it in a text prompt, why would you do it any other way? Okay, this video with the guy sitting on the cloud, fantastic, and it's completely night and day difference between the Will Smith eating spaghetti and this. Okay, this footage here, this is where I was talking about recreating sets. So this is supposed to be, okay, here we have historical footage of California during the gold rush. So it's overhead drone footage. Overall looks great. How expensive would it be to recreate this town? All of the actors, all of the extras. It would take a lot of time and effort, and that's how people have traditionally always done it in film, is you have to either recreate it digitally or you have to create the set yourself. But if AI can generate a lifelike scene for next to nothing, why do it any other way? Okay, here's another one, which is drone footage supposed to be circling a church off the coast of Italy. I mean, look how amazing and lifelike that is. The shadows, the lighting, the architecture. This is stock footage ready to go right now. This one here is amazing. It's supposed to be a close-up of an old man I mean, this is absolutely lifelike, vivid detail. It looks like something straight out of a movie. Look at the wrinkles on his face and the way his beard and hair looks. I mean, people would spend hours upon hours to try and create this digitally using CGI, and it still wouldn't even look as realistic as this. This is generated with one text prompt. Okay, this puppy jumping out of a window here. Look at the physics on this. Very realistic. This is a train passing by with reflections in the window. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Now, if you take a really close look at some of these videos, you can tell that there's a few things that are off about them. And so there's still obviously some problems with AI video generation, but it has made just absolute leaps and bounds in just about a year or so. So I wanted to talk about some of the impacts that we might see in the future related to just, digital media in general. So imagine what kind of impact this could have on streaming services like Netflix or Hulu. Right now, you're scrolling through Netflix trying to find something that interests you, and let's be honest, the quality of some of the stuff that's coming out on these streaming services and, Hollywood in general, television and movies, aren't exactly what they used to be. But now imagine on Netflix, instead of scrolling for something that might interest you, you can tell an AI exactly what it is that you're interested in watching. So imagine that you wanted to rewrite and recreate final season of Game of Thrones. With a simple text prompt, you could tell, rewrite and recreate the final season of Game of Thrones, and this time do it where Daenerys doesn't go crazy. Or improve on the final season, add A, B, and C. We could have truly customized entertainment where whatever you want to watch can be created by AI. You want to watch Aliens versus Predators versus Godzilla? You want Freddy versus Jason 2? You want to watch Batman, but he's played by Vin Diesel? You want to make your favorite anime come to life? Recreate your favorite films, but change it in a way that best suits you. You can now change the ending to all of your favorite movies and television shows. You can change the actors around. What if a simple text prompt could give you a full-length film where all of the scenes are AI generated, the actors are AI generated, the script is written by AI, and the audio is all created from AI. These are the type of possibilities that video generation is going to open up. Now imagine, of course, this is going to come with some downsides. If you use ChatGPT or DALL-E, then you know that there is certain framework and precautions that have been in place so that the responses are slightly filtered and censored. For example, DALL-E might give you an error message and that it can't create an image that depicts violence. But there are ways around that. Of course, the people who design the software, they can use it without any limitations. There's people out there that have found ways to trick ChatGPT into DALL-E into giving them certain responses. We absolutely could see a future where you can't tell what is real and what is not. We have an election season coming up, so there could be videos that change people's perception of reality. Really, your imagination is just the limits. If you want to think in a dark way, there's a lot of harm that this kind of technology could do. It could make it that all footage, whether it's AI generated or real, is going to be questioned by people because it may get to a point where you really can't tell the difference between reality and AI generated videos. We might even see the past being retconned, where videos come out to recreate things from the past. Say the famous Will Smith slap gets changed so that he slaps somebody else, or maybe Will Smith is the one that gets slapped. Just as an example, these are the kind of things that we may see. There's already so much that people are disagreeing with now. Imagine if we can't even agree on what's reality. And that reminds me of an article that I read about prolonged use of VR. So they found that basically with VR, if you use it for a long time, it's going to change your perception of reality. So for example, you might try to grab a chair and move it out so that you can sit down. But due to the way that these VR goggles generate reality, you might reach for the chair and miss it. Or you might try to bring food to your mouth and you miss it. Your brain will make adjustments to that, but these are ways that it's changing reality. And some of the things that this technology could do right now in its early stages is recreate sets. Making sets with extras is one of the most expensive parts of filmmaking. Imagine with a text prompt, you could just tell Sora to create you scenes of a 12th century European castle, showing all the different rooms, staircases, outside drone shots of the castle, people walking through a marketplace, and then you could shoot footage of yourself or other actors on a green screen and digitally add it onto that set. So then you have a completely digital AI generated set that cost you nothing, that took a fraction of the time to create, and then you can just digitally add the actors in. I can't make any predictions of exactly what this is going to do, but what I can guarantee is that it's going to change videography and filmmaking forever. But hey guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Is this good? Is this bad? What are some of the repercussions that society is going to deal with? Are people going to be questioning reality itself?